The opposite point, Lucas Spiza will turn 25 in January. Hard-working Hansen is there. Turns it back to point position for Bieksa. He fires. That's deflected away as Holtby was at the top of the crease. Fortunately for Braden, he takes the loss in Toronto. He gave up the third goal of the game, the ultimate game winner. This one's off the outside of the post at point-blank range. The Canucks were close to starting the scoring. It was Burrows who hit the pipe, and then Holtby makes the save and cover. To the slot here, it's Vey. To Bieksa, long wrister. With Richardson lurking in front. Hillen is there to help, and then Holtby boots the puck to the back boards. Backstrom to dump in. There's no score in this hockey game with 8:45 to go in the first period of play. This Vancouver team is the highest scoring squad on the road. Snapshot coming, and Holtby makes the save on Edler. Holtby moves the puck along the boards. Chimera protecting, then for Beagle, 3-on-3. Drive from Hillen, stick save, Ryan Miller.
It's good, the goaltender, Joe, but it's all about joining the rush, and the Capitals, because of their D in being involved, created that 3-on-2.
Jannik Hansen to the slot there for a Dorsett drive, shut down on the short side by Holtby. Make room. Make room.
There goes your seat on the plane.
Yeah, goodbye. I'm on the wing. 5-on-5 with 6:15 to go in the opening period right now. Light points it for Orpik. He lets it fly to the glove of Ryan Miller. Kind of him.
Yeah, real nice of him.
Lyndon Vey for Sean Matthias. On the hop, hitting Richardson in stride. He fires off the elbow of Holtby. Certainly would be receiving consideration. Snapshot goes wide of the goal. Vancouver, second best in the Pacific Division at 16-7-1. Matt Niskanen looking to advance for Washington. Hansen had other ideas. Horvat in front, and then the put away for Dorsett.
You know, some pushing and shoving with Alzner and Dorsett down low. And they're very quick. They've been moving the puck effectively, especially coming out of their zone. And they've had a lot of play in the Capital zone. And there's the look. Barry Trotz, the head coach, as the Capitals go down by a goal, 1-0 on a pretty good passing play down low. And Dorsett puts her home. All starts on the turnover. Nice little play by Horvat. And he throws it across, the 19-year-old. A beautiful pass. And Hansen started that with the rip-off. All three of those guys in that line will get a point on this play. Half-wall rip-off leads to an attack and leads to a goal.
In period, Joe Beninati and Craig Lachlan shouting out thanks to all the men and women in our technical crew. CSN Mid-Atlantic's continuing coverage of the Washington Capitals. This matchup with Vancouver and Verbata with a firing drive that was off the blocker pad. Moving away from the pressure was Johansson right in front of his own goal.
And it's a very aggressive pressure by the Canucks. Anytime they sense a good forechecking chance, they are sending two guys in the Capitals puck carrier.
The Kuznetsov snapshot right to the chest of Ryan Miller. Vancouver's lone strike coming from Derek Dorsett, his third of the year at 17:58 back in the opening period. Matthias lost it. Backstrom is in good shape there. As it rolled away, he finds Carlson for a quick trigger. Score!
Well, we've been craving a strong forecheck. The Capitals get it. Canucks a little careless. And how about this release? And that's from a standstill, fans. That's darn impressive. The way Carlson receives and snaps in the same motion. Good net presence by Willie. Wilson gets in front of the sight lines of their goaltender, and our Jeep net cam, you'll see that go right through the armpits
for Washington tonight. Henrik to twin brother Daniel. Henrik a long way from the goal, knocked down in front, and Holtby makes the rebound stop on Bieksa. Everyday blue liner cross rink for Niskanen. This goes on through Wilson and down. Remember, Steve Oleksy was brought in from the American Hockey League for the game in Toronto. He was reassigned right afterwards back to the AHL. The long clearing attempt finds Tom Wilson. He'll go indirectly for Yevgeny Kuznetsov. Richardson was waiting. Whoop! Ovechkin just thumped Spiza. Richardson badgered by Kuznetsov to the boards.
And that hasn't happened since the Donald was here, Joe B. Donald Brashear.
Donald Long wrister flagged down. Mees does not elect to shoot. Not yet, at least. He had a power play goal against Washington back in October. Edler feeds. Verbata fires, and Holtby read it well.
Well, they much rather have it coming off the stick ahead.
Wonderful centering pass to score. Daniel Sedin makes it 2-1.
52 seconds of zone time, and this was a power play, Joe, that has not been running hot. 3 power play goals for Vancouver in their last 10 games, just 3 of 27. But there you see the passing ability of Daniel and Henrik. Starts with a Verbata slap shot, and that's where they want the puck. They want him blasting away. He gets to the corner and reverses the puck to open up the penalty killing, and there you see one of the best backhand passes we've seen this year.
Edler doesn't shoot it. Verbata will. A laser that went over the shoulder of Holtby. Daniel Sedin for Edler. Long wrister, pad save. Rebound at the doorstep. Verbata. He scores.
First power play, they had 52 seconds of zone time. This time they have 46 seconds of zone time. The Capitals try to bat the puck out of midair in front of Holtby, and it lands right on Verbata's stick. He's got his 11th goal of the season. He's now at 226 career goals. Half wall, Sedin to the point. Edler's the conductor. The shot, there's the play right there at a midair. You'd see the stick of Orpik just about at the right time getting the puck, but it bounces over his stick. He can't find it, and Verbata, coming from the high slot, puts it in.
Tom Wilson for the Capitals, finding Alex Ovechkin, darting out of the corner. Wilson, point position. Alzner fires, deflected. That's a good save there for Ryan Miller. They're him in. 5:25 with which to work, second period, and 3-1 for visiting Vancouver. Fans trying to get behind their caps here as Karlsson fired. He scores!
Karlsson, long-range shot, good work by Chimero, get the primary assist, and he moves to the middle and just lets it go. And there you'll see it squirting between the pads and under the stick of a surprise Miller. Miller thought he had everything covered, but watch at the end of this. You'll see his stick miss the puck, and it goes right through the pads. A wind-up by Karlsson, nice and low. It did not hit anybody.
To a leaping Joel Ward, who took the eyes away of Ryan Miller there. 14:43 the time of the tally, and Caps faithful really have something to cheer about. Here's a two-man break in, fired! Great stop! And as this intermission live is coming up, Niskanen leaves to Johansson, gliding back through center with Backstrom, who conducts everything on the man advantage. There's Backstrom, fine pad save by Miller. Kuznetsov deals for Johansson. Yevgeny Kuznetsov, man advantage 4 seconds. Kuznetsov waits. Through the seam, Miller gets over there to rob Ovechkin. Perlin drag move. Karlsson to a backhand, had it blocked. John Karlsson with a 2-second period markers against Miller. This is life, funneling it along the boards. Fair is next. Shot by Spiza. Nice catch in the pass. Light scores! Dazzling handiwork.
An uncharacteristic giveaway by Sedin, and the Capitals jump on it 4-on-4. What a pickup and an even better finish. Fair starts with it. There's light between the legs. Highlight reel. Goal of the night is going to be right there. Has a little bit of everything. The way he put it around Bieksa, the way he put it under the bar with the goaltender down. That is the goal of the night.
As both teams are getting some fresh troops out there. Capitals have erased a 3-1 deficit. Matthias, explosive skater working down the wing, pulls the trigger, and Holtby makes the pad save. Exit pass for Backstrom. His speed intercepted. Matthias roaring down the wing. Sean Matthias turns on Hillen. Backhander stopped by Holtby. Chimera keeps it moving, and he'll send the Canucks chasing back into their own territory.
They need a huge penalty kill. The penalty kill is reeling a little bit. This is one that can get them out of the funk if they can shut it down.
Big drive, rocket shot from Daniel Sedin. It's 4-3.
That is a blast. A la Bobby Hull coming down that left wing. He unloaded with no one around him. Schmidt comes out of the box just 36 seconds after being in there. Here comes Sedin winding it up. That's Henrik. Saucer on the backhand to Daniel, and look at where he takes that shot. And it couldn't be any finder, right under the bar. And it's another power play goal for Vancouver.
The Vancouver power play has looked invincible, at least for tonight. 3 for 3. Wilson closing, a pad save for Miller. A chance for Vancouver to enhance their lead. Edler along the wall with Henrik Sedin. Daniel Sedin will twist it. The point drive kicked out. Daniel Sedin's third period power play goal is the difference for now. Eric Fehr's had a terrific night at the face-off dot. His wrister goes wide of the goal. Orpik towards the cage, deflected down, and Miller stayed with it.
That was a good job by Eric Fehr getting that center lane.
Niskanen back to point position. Schmidt on the way, deflected over top of the goal. Niskanen from a severe angle. Matt Niskanen offers it for Backstrom. Ovechkin one-timer deflected. Miller the stop. Rebounds loose. There's a whistle. The whistle comes. The whistle comes. Johnson feeds back to point position. Niskanen unloads. That hit traffic in front. 10 seconds to go. Backstrom pulls the trigger. It goes wide of the cage. The ricochet comes back to center. 3-2. And Vancouver will hang on for a 4-3 decision. Ryan Miller celebrates again.